When I finally had an opportunity to get out of prison, I looked for anything I could to try to open doors and better my life. And I always believed that if you can't imagine a solution, you need to seek a greater imagination and then move on to the next step. My name's Alexander. I come from Southern California. ASU's Universal Learner Program offered an opportunity for me to fulfill my dream of going to college. As a formerly incarcerated person, I found it very difficult to find an opportunity to open the door to another life. ASU gave me that opportunity, and not only gave me that opportunity, but allowed me to learn how to be a student. One thing I found difficult when starting at ASU was using the computer. Having been incarcerated for a majority of my life, I was unfamiliar with technology, but the Universal Learner Program was so interactive and so easy for me to understand what I needed to learn. And the courses, they weren't trying to trick you. They were genuinely trying to learn, and they never asked you anything that they didn't teach you how to do first. That pathway has led me now to work on my bachelor's degree, and eventually I want to get my dream of earning a JD and a PhD so that I can become a lawyer and save the kids that no one ever saved. I earned my high school diploma while I was incarcerated. And while incarcerated, I really discovered a passion for learning. And it all started the second I picked up a book. And I read history like a priest reads the Bible, but nothing moved me like philosophy. And so when I had the opportunity to go to college, it was the best thing I could think of to prepare me for a pre-law course. A college degree, it means self-determination. It means being able to make your own path and make your environment the product of you instead of you being the product of your environment. And not only that, an education empowers you to help other people. That's primarily why I'm going to college at all, because it's kind of difficult to go through all of this process, and I'm not just simply doing it for me, because don't get me wrong, I want to have a better life, but I want to help other people. When I was a kid and I was in high school, my best friend was beaten to the crowbar and he died in my arms. At a young age, I didn't have the emotional maturity to handle something so serious, and it derailed my life. I got involved in a lot of bad stuff, and it eventually led me to prison. And while incarcerated and maturing and growing up, I started to take a better stock of who I was and who was around me, and I realized that a lot of the people that are incarcerated are the kids that no one ever saved. They grew up in tragedy, they grew up with trauma, horrific circumstances. I just wanted to do something about it, and that's why one of the reasons why I'm pursuing my education and I want to become a lawyer, because I want to find those kids that no one ever helped and advocate for them and give agency to those without a voice and help the disenfranchised. For me, when I first came across the Universal Learner Program, I jumped at the opportunity because I know how hard opportunities are to come by. It's very rare for someone to even be giving a chance at success or a chance at a future, let alone a second chance. And ASU offers a chance to people who have never had one. And as soon as I took that Universal Learner course, I knew this was the path I could take to get an education. When taking courses for the first time in the Universal Learner Program, I felt very supported. Like the English 101 course, for example. It offered a clear pathway of what was expected, what I had to do, what the goals were, and I was never faced with anything that I couldn't handle. Coming out of prison, I was unused to using technology. None of these things existed, none of the smartphones or these apps. It was just a learning process, but just like anything new, it's a little awkward at first, and you get what you put into it. It can be done, because I did it. And so far, I finished the Universal Learner Program with a 4.0. Every course I've taken, I've been able to get an A, and it's just all a matter of what you put into it, because at ASU, nothing is asked of you they don't teach you how to do first. I kind of just chunk it out. I just focus on a fall semester A and then fall semester B, and then just one step at a time, and I focus on doing the step that I'm on and doing the best that I can. That's it. That's all you have to do. One of the courses that I just jumped at an opportunity to learn about is a Neuroscience 101. It was just amazing, just absolutely amazing, and by far the most difficult course I've ever taken in my entire life, but I've never felt so satisfied from a program and just so much to learn and so much to understand. It's amazing. For people who think that college isn't for them, I would say that college is what you make it and how you choose to pursue it. There are so many different programs, there's so many different pathways. You can find what works for you that will lead you to where you want to be, and it's doable. It does require work, but it's nothing that's beyond your ability. This was my ASU story. Thanks for watching.